Alright, solving rational equations. This is going to be pretty easy for you guys because your skills are getting better and better. I'm very proud of you for all your hard work. Okay, so first thing we're going to do here is we're going to get a common denominator. Okay, so I'm going to put my 2 over 1. And obviously we have an x, we have a 1, and we have an x. So I'm going to make this an x. So this is going to need an x. So now I have a common denominator, an x and an x and an x. Now I want to go ahead and combine these two here if I can. So I'm going to have 5 plus 2x over x. I'm going to have that on the left. That's going to be the left side of my equation equals 6 over x. Okay, so at this point, a shortcut, it's legal. You can actually cancel out the 2 x's on the bottom. Okay, we can cancel out the 2 x's. But before I do the shortcut, let me explain why. Well, to solve a, what is this called again? What do you think it is? Yes, good, Sebastian. It's a proportion, right? So remember we cross multiply, so we would have x times 5 plus 2x, doing the butterfly this way, okay? Doing the butterfly this way equals 6x, okay? Now at this point, we could just divide by x on both sides, and x would cancel. So rather than going through all that trouble, if we just cancel out our x's in the denominator, we're going to end up with the same thing. 5 plus 2x equals 6, which is what we would have here once we cancel the x's on both sides. Okay? I hope that was clear. Now all we have to do is solve. So subtract 5 on both sides. X equals, divide by 2 on both sides. So x equals 1/2. Okay? Let's take a look at number 2. Okay, so looking at number 2, first thing we want to do is get a common denominator, but we notice here that this can be factored. We want to break everything down into its factors. So here we can take an x out of both. So that leaves us with an x plus x divided by x is 1. Remember, anything divided by itself is 1. Okay? Alright, so we have an x and an x plus 1. Do we need anything else? Nope. Alright, this one has an x plus 1. Do we need anything else? Yes, we need an x. Okay, this one has an x. Do we need anything else? Yes, we need an x plus 1. There, we got a common denominator of x times x plus 1 all the way across. Alright, so we're going to get, let's take a look here. This one was fine, so the 3 stays the same. This one needed an x, so we're going to have plus 3 plus 3x minus, this is the tricky part, okay? Are you guys awake? Please tell me it's not midnight and you're doing your notes, okay? But hey, better midnight and doing your notes than not at all, right? Right. All right. Subtract x plus 1. So remember, when you subtract a group, you have to subtract the first term in the group, and you have to subtract the second term in the group. Very important. Okay? All right. Ooh, I made a mistake. I lost my equal sign. I'm sorry. Did anybody catch that? Zoster, did you catch that? How'd you do in the track meet? I hope you did good. Let's bring that equal sign down right here. Covered it up here accidentally. And so we're going to have negative 1 times x, which is negative 1x. Negative 1 times 1, we're distributing that negative, is minus 1. There. Okay, over our common denominator. Over our common denominator. All right, now remember the shortcut? The awesome shortcut? Pretty cool, pretty cool. So that's going to leave us with 3 plus 3x equals negative x plus 1. So now we're just solving for x. Okay, we got an x on both sides, so let's cancel out the smaller one. So that gives us 3 plus 4x equals 1. Subtract the 3. Boy, I hope I don't make another mistake like I did on that last video. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Divide by 4. Boy, I hope I don't make another mistake. There we go. Hopefully, I did good. Now, if it is a little bit past midnight, I have something for you. Enjoy. It's close to midnight, people. You should be sleeping right now. Okay? Common denominator. Factored this. X plus 5, x minus 2. So this needs an x plus 5. This one needs an x plus 5. Oh, I just want to say it. All right. Now, look what I wrote down. My denominator canceled. So 2 times x, 2 times 5 equals x times x times 5, and 6. Anyway, can anybody name this tune? Can anybody name this tune? All right, just a little something different I thought I'd throw in there. Here we go. So we want to solve this. Well, it's quadratic, right? So we want to set the equation equal to 0. So let's cancel everything over here on the left. Okay, move it all over here on the right. Okay, let's solve by factoring. Let's see, plus 4 minus 1. That should do it. So we got x equals negative 4 and x equals 1. Now let's make sure we don't have any extraneous solutions. The numbers that will not work in the denominator are negative 5. That will make a 0. Those are good. 2 minus 2 is 0. Those are good. So we have two good solutions. Okay? Let's keep on moving. Factor. Factor. Okay, this one needs an x plus 3. Am I going too fast? I'm hoping you guys are getting good at this. Okay, if I'm going too fast, please come on back to my desk and I'll go over it a little bit slower. A little bit slower. But I'm going to distribute here. Now we're subtracting. Be careful. This is negative 4 minus negative 4 times x. Negative 4 times negative 3 is a positive 12. Be very careful, please. Equals 8. Denominator cancels. We have this. So combining like terms, we get negative 2x. Combining like terms, we get 18. And solve it. Come on, math people. You can do this. Come on, math people. You can do this. I want you to be good in math. You can do it. Man, Zoe, I'm so proud of you. You've really turned around. One of the highest grades on the last quiz. Good job. All right, last one. All right, so x plus 2, x minus 2, and a 1. So obviously this needs an x minus 2. Obviously this needs an x plus 2. Obviously, this needs both. Alright, so we can cancel out the denominator. Let's go ahead and simplify the numerator. So x times x minus 2x. Distribute, don't forget the minus, that's negative 4 times x. Negative 4 times 2. Now, there's a lot here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and distribute the 2 first. So 2 times x, 2 times negative 2. All right. I know I'm running out of time, so I'm kind of moving fast. I know your eyes are getting heavy. FOIL. First terms, 2x squared. Outer terms, 4x. Inner terms, woohoo, negative 4x. Last terms, negative 8. I love math. I love this stuff. And you can love it too. Just learn how to do it. All right. What was this, a 2? Yeah. All right. See the x squareds? We got to cancel one of them out. I'll cancel out the small one. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and combine these two while I'm at it. I'm going to go ahead and combine those. So far so good. It's quadratic, so I'm going to make this side over here 0. What you do to one side, you do to the other side. So we get x squared plus 6x, and those cancel. All right, I'm down to 30 seconds. Solving this, factoring, factor out an x. Set each factor equal to 0, so x equals 0. And x plus 6 equals 0, so x equals negative 6. Will they both work? Let's see. 2 will not work. Those are good. Negative 2 will not work. Those are good. Boom. Boom. Yeah, with 2 seconds to spare.